Go to Home Specialist, continuing our Women in Business Month. I am here with Stephanie. She is with Rodan+Fields. I have known her for about 5 years, I believe it is. That's how old Charlotte is, right?
Yes.
Which is crazy. I can't even believe that.
I can't
So
either.
I know a lot about you, but most probably don't know who you are. So tell them who you are, what you do, and your story.
Okay, sounds great. My name is Stephanie, and I, like Nikki said, I'm a consultant with Rodan+Fields. I have 3 babies. Charlotte is my oldest. She's a girl. She's 5. Wyatt is my little guy in the middle. He just turned 3, and then our baby is June. She's 10 months old. My husband is Kyle, and we just moved into our new house, so we are moving boxes and unpacking and getting settled. And I'm originally from here. Moved away for a while in Charlotte, North Carolina, and moved back when I was pregnant with my oldest. So
awesome.
We love being close to the beach and close to family, and
it is. You guys are all within each other, which is awesome. I love that. It's great.
It's
so
nice.
Tell me a little bit about what pushed you to go into Rodan+Fields and become this lady boss, building your own path. While she's also a stay-at-home mom, which God love her, because I can't do it. You have not your hands full, because I think you have hands full of blessings.
Right.
But you have a lot going on.
I do.
And let me just tell you, she also works out like a queen. She usually has June on her back deadlifting.
Right, might as well.
Mommy.
Yes.
So tell me, what pushed you to go into this?
Okay, so I was a working woman before I had Charlotte. I was an academic advisor for college students, and then I worked in leadership development as a church, and I really loved it. But when I had Charlotte, my priorities changed, and I really wanted to stay home with her. And then having 2 more babies, it just solidified that I really wanted to be home with them and to not miss anything. If I could go to have lunches with them at school and go on field trips. So I was kind of trying to think about what can I do where I can provide some financial help to my family so we can still do those fun things but be able to stay at home. And a couple opportunities came and went, and just didn't feel like the right fit. And then when Rodan+Fields came along, with the help of my husband and his encouragement, I said, okay, let's do this. Let's give this a try and see if it can be something that can provide us with the financial stability for me to be able to stay home.
I love that. So tell me a little bit more about that, because this is something that a lot of people are very intrigued to hear, that husbands have pushed their wives to go and find something that they have passion in.
Right.
How'd that make you feel when he told you that? Like, do it. If it's something that you want to do, go for it.
It made me feel really scared, because I was like, maybe he'll just say no, and then that's fine. I can just not do it. That'll be great. Because I wanted to do it, but when you start something new, sometimes it's kind of scary. And if someone gives you that cop out, it can be easy. Like, okay, maybe this just isn't the right time. But him giving me that encouragement, I was like, oh wow, someone really thinks that I can do this, that knows me, and that support. So it made me feel scared, but also really good that I had somebody on my team that was going to be there to support me and encourage me. And if I fell a little bit, that was okay, because he was there and building me up along the way.
I love it. And a little tidbit, I saw this the other day on your Instagram. She took her oldest Charlotte to one of her jobs with Rodan+Fields, which is awesome for your little ones to see, because then they get to see you as a mentor and inspiration of, look, you can have it all. You can be mom, you can be wife, you can be healthy and work on your fitness and healthy goals, and then you can also run your own business, which is awesome. So what was one thing that stood out to you that really has guided you through your life and through all these decisions and paths that you've taken?
So it's actually not a mentor per se, but I just read this great book by Rachel Hollis called And so between that and her podcast, I just really kind of latched on to a lot of the things that she has said. And something that I read that has stuck with me is she says that someone else's opinion of you is none of your business.
I love that.
That is so freeing for me. Like, I can
say that again so everybody hears it.
So someone else's opinion of you is none of your business.
I love it.
She might have said it a little bit different, but that's
she did, but that's okay. Yes.
So just be you. It's given me the freedom to just do me and do things the way that I feel best and that is genuine to who I am. And if someone has a differing opinion than that's okay. But that's none of my business. That's not something that I need to let affect who I am and how I do things, as long as I'm doing things with integrity and keeping true to who I am.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that book too. It's great. And Rise Together is probably one of my favorite podcasts.
Me too.
Texting it to my husband, you need to listen to this one.
I know. Like, how do we go to their weekend?
Right?
Yeah.
So what was one aha moment when you, it doesn't have to be with Rodan+Fields, but when you started building your path in this life to really find joy and happiness in your life? Because those are two separate things. Happy makes you feel happy, but joy is a result of things that you're just doing and you always feel it.
Yes.
What was one aha big why that you've figured out?
I think it just kind of goes back to just having that time with my kids and realizing how much joy that brings me.
Yep.
And I think when we lived, before we moved back here, there was a lot of pitfalls of comparison, kind of comparing myself to other people and what they're doing, and am I doing as much as she is, or do I look as nice as she does, or is my house, and but kind of coming back to the core of what really brings me joy is my kids and my family and spending time with them. And kids, keep it real. Like, they bring you back to reality real fast.
That they do.
So kind of keeping grounded in that and just finding my joy in my kids and my family, and realizing that this path that I have found myself on is something that I can that really keeps me at that and keeps me in that place that brings me the most joy, if that makes sense.
Yes, no, it totally does. And that's one of my goals of doing all these interviews with you lady bosses, is to see that there's a lot of different paths to be a lady boss. You don't have to be in an office in a corporate world 24/7, not being at home with your kids, not living your life in happiness and joy and being you. There's a lot of paths to it.
There is,
awesome.
For sure. And I think everybody's joy is different too. Like some lady bosses find that joy in being in the office and running that, and that's great. If that's what drives you, do that. And that's no better or worse than staying at home and doing a business this way too.
Somebody else's opinion is none of your business.
Exactly.
All right. So tell me one time that you really felt just discouraged and like, how am I going to get through this? And I really want to do this. This is my goal. What am I going to do to push myself through it?
Right. I think the first couple of times people told me no. And people just ignored me when I was like, hey, I just started this new business. I want to tell you all about it. And they're like, no, I don't want to hear about it. Or no, I don't want your stuff. Or just crickets.
Rejection
is hard. And kind of going back to that, someone else's opinion is none of your business is good, but when you have to put it into practice, it's tough and it stings. But just learning to not take it personally, and that's okay, and keeping focused on what my goals are and why I'm doing this, and push forward and having that support. That support is key. Having my husband, other friends in this business, other lady bosses to say that happens. It happened to me. Here's what I did. You're not abnormal. It's not rare just to you. This is what worked for me, and you're going to be okay.
The time for that person too.
Exactly.
I love it. No, rejection is hard, and I think that's where a lot of people go back then, because they're uncomfortable, and you got to lean into your discomfort. It's like, okay, I'm going to push forward, on to the next. Let's just do this.
And what can I learn from it? I'm going to lean into this discomfort, and how can I come out better on the other side? What can I learn from this situation?
Exactly. Love that. So, what are 3 things that you would tell any, not only just stay-at-home mom or already lady boss out there, or somebody who's thinking about, I think I need to do a change because I'm not passionate about what I'm doing. I'm not finding joy and happiness in it. What are 3 things you tell them to do?
That's good. I would say to find somebody to talk with, to bounce your ideas off of, to talk about how you're not feeling joyful, how you feel like you need a change. Having someone else to lean into, I think, is really important. Trying to do life on your own is difficult and
it's boring
and awful. And so make sure you have somebody, to lean into. Write down your goals. I think a lot of times if we have things that we want to do, we just think about it, but don't write it down. Don't put, pen to paper. It can just kind of get lost. Things feel more real when we have them written down. And then one thing that I try to do a lot of is, if I want to try something new, whether it's big or small, just kind of say, okay, and I'll count to 5 and then just do it. I'll take a step towards that direction, whether it's something big or something small.
I love it. Building an action plan.
Yeah, just count to 5 and then just go for it.
I love it. So what is one major goal that you have for 2019, what's one thing that you're focusing on?
Right. Can't believe 2019.
I know. It's only 3 months.
I know. So I had said before I had Charlotte, I worked in academic advising, which I loved, and I worked in leadership development. And so my goal of 2019 is to develop a team to work with other women that want to step out and try something new, and to help coach them and lead them through the next steps for them. So if they want to start a business or whatever it is, just kind of be a mentor to some other women is a big goal for me for next year.
That's an awesome goal. Yeah. I love hearing that. Empowering women.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Women lifting up women. We gotta do it.
It's so important, right?
We have to surround ourselves with it, because if you're not, you're gonna feel lost, and you're not gonna set forward on your goals. So.
No, not at all.
So what's next in the path though after that? What's your long term? What's up for Rodan+Fields for you?
Well, I mean, my long-term goal is for this to be something sustainable for me to stay home long term, where I don't have to go back to, well, maybe an office. Maybe I'll have an office someday, but having that
in
my house, right? But having that flexibility. So, like I said, just building a team and continuing to put myself in situations where I can learn and grow is next. We have a convention in Nashville in November, so I'll definitely be going to that.
Get
That's
your
a big
cowboy
goal
boots ready
for me. Yes, and just like I said, meeting people, growing a team, and continuing to learn.
Awesome. Sharing your story. I like that. So I have to ask you, what's your favorite product?
Oh, my favorite product. I gotta say, I love the Lash Boost.
Oh, I do too. I use it. It's amazing. It's really
amazing.
good. Oh,
it's
my
really
favorite. It truly does work.
It does.
It's amazing. Everybody needs to try it. So if you need Lash Boost, you know where you can go.
Exactly. Exactly. I will hook you up with your Lash Boost.
Although I have to say, I haven't tried it yet though. The Radiant Defense looks amazing.
I know. Mine just shipped today, so I can't wait to try it. I know.
Awesome. Yes. So I want to thank you so much for sharing your home with us and sharing your story. And we'll keep up to date. If you want to follow Stephanie, just go to Instagram. She's hilarious on there with her kids. She keeps you updated of her day.
Yes, I do.
Which is
awesome.
And it is very real. So if you want to follow her and get a little piece of joy of inside mommyhood and wifehood and
business lady boss.
Yes, you can get it there. So
yes. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nikki.
Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.